Hello, Namaskar and Adab to all my friends from your friend astrologer and guide Irfan, once more with you from your very own channel Astro Assurance. Do we have karmic relations, and do those karmic relations persist with us in our lives, life after life? Does the soul carry nuances of some relations which they keep meeting life after life? Are some of the relations in a current life, such as your father or your spouse, been in some relation with you in your previous life? Then what is the karma that you are carrying towards that relationship, and why is that relationship occurring again and again in your life? And if there is a certain karma which you need to live out, how do you know what karma you need to work on, you need to live out, and so that you can give off your karmic debt? Now these are important questions, and these are questions worth pondering over, because these questions form the essence of our lives. For instance, if you have a run-in regularly with a certain relationship from between your mother and your father, say you constantly have a problem with your father, and it is different from what other children face in their relation with their father, then you need to sit up and take notice that why is it that you seem to be facing a problem with your father, whereas all children don't face that kind of a problem. If you have been a child of a dysfunctional home or a broken home, for instance, if you lost a father or a mother in your early life before you turned 20, for example, or even earlier, or your parents were divorced, then what is the karma that you are carrying because of which you lost a parent early in life, or you could not get a wholesome environment at home where there is a father, there is a mother, there is siblings? Why did you lose out on those experiences? These are important questions to ponder. If we know what are the karmic relations that we are in now, and who probably they were in our early lives, and what karmic debt we need to pay off to them, then it would be so very easy. By knowing that, we will be able to release our karmic debt, pay them off, release the karmic baggage that we are carrying, both the prarabdha karma and the sanchita karma, and the lighter the soul is, the higher you rise. As simple as that. The more baggage, karmic baggage that you are carrying, the karmic debt you are carrying, is like being ridden with so much of baggage on yourself that the soul cannot elevate, cannot move up. And that's why Saturn is supposed to be such a karmic planet. In the Sufi realm, it is supposed to be the highest planet just before the throne of the supreme energy itself. And that's why you need to, or one needs to understand that unless you pay off the karmic debt, you have a soul which is lighter light, because you are able to release of the karmic debt. Only then you can go higher and higher, and then Saturn will be the last frontier for you to cross, and then you meet the supreme energy. Various shlokas in various religious books, whether they are the Vedas, whether they are the Upanishads, whether they are the astrological texts, Brihad Parashara Hora Shastra, Brihad Samhita, Jataka Chandrika, any book you pick up and you read, and it's important to read these books, and also gather a plethora of information from all sorts of religious books, whether they are from Islam, whether they are from Christianity, or from the Jews, or from the Sanatana Dharma. They all replete with a lot of information, and the common thread to all of them is that unless you are able to live out your life, a good life, you will not elevate and reach the highest point, whether you call it heaven, whether you call it being with the one, whatever you may call it. So how do we know what are the karmic relations we have, what is the karmic debt we are carrying, and how can we release that karmic debt? Now before we get into that, an important shloka and one of my favorite ones too. Kivat parman yachastra jayosti yadi ditvav pradvan sineyapi kale trikaladarshi kala bhavati. This shloka from the Brihat Samhita says, and I translate, which science is superior to this astrological science which determines the exact time of rain, since by knowing this science alone one gets the power of visualizing the past, the present and the future, even in this Kali age which destroys all good things. So this shloka says that astrological science can help you know the past, about the present and about the future, and they are all linked. Your past makes your present, and your present along with what you are carrying from the past, the experience that you are carrying, makes your future. So without knowing your past you cannot improve your present, and without doing things in the present you can't improve your future. So how do we understand what our karma is and how do we move towards the karma? Various shlokas do talk about that the 5th house and the 9th house are the houses of the Sanchita karma and the Prarabdha karma, and you need to know what your Prarabdha karma is for this current life, because that is the karma that you will have to live out, and whatever karma that you are carrying from the accumulated karma, which is the Sanchita karma, small part of which is the Prarabdha karma which you need to live out in this life. And when you say live out in this life, which means you will face those situations and you will have to pay out that karmic debt and gather better karma so that you can then elevate yourself higher. So all your loans that you have taken, you don't have to pay off on one day. Just imagine you have taken all loans and everybody reaches your door and knocks on your door and says pay off everything right now. We can't do that. So what the Supreme Energy does is, it tells you you have thousands of years of karma accumulated, good bad karma, out of which a small part of the Sanchita karma, which is all the accumulated karma, I am giving you a small part to live it out, which has both the good and the bad, which means the good karma you will also live out by having good relations, enjoying good food, enjoying good life, enjoying good experiences, spiritual experiences, and the bad karma you will have to live out by facing challenges, facing issues, and you will be given an opportunity to work on those aspects of life, and by working on those aspects of life and then mastering them, you will be able to let go of the karmic debt and pay off those loans. So what happens if you, for example, if you don't know to drive a car, then, or if you have been a bad driver, then many times in the West you are asked to go and learn driving and go and give the test again. In fact, the license can be taken away from you and the judge can say, okay, the license is impounded from you, and you go and you enroll in a school, clear the test, come back and show the court, and then the license will be given to you again. So you will have to go back to the school again, learn, go through all the experiences of learning how to drive a car, pass the test and then come out. So your life is just like that. You are given a certain karma and you are told that in your earlier life you are not able to handle this relation or this experience before. Now in this life, go live those experiences and show that you are able to handle it. Master master the action that you need to take or attitude you need to showcase in that experience. So for example, if you have been somebody who has had a bad karma in your previous lives about driving a car, if you were born past the 30s, 40s, you may have been in a situation where you may have been a bus driver, you may have been a car driver, or you may have been somebody who drove even a motorbike. If you were born previous that, the karma could be that you were not able to drive a chariot and you maybe or you were the mahout of an elephant and you did reckless things and you didn't follow the rules, the traffic rules whichever are there to ride a chariot maybe, or to be a mahout on an elephant. So whatever you have been, so you are given the experience that live out this life and show that you are able to master it. This is a very simple example I am giving you. So the most troublesome acts or experiences that you face in this life are the karmic experiences that you need to live out, experience those, overcome those, master those, and show that you have been able to master that. So some of the few instances, if there is one relationship which really is a troublesome relation for you, such as that of the father I was talking about, then there could have been in your previous lives where again and again you were not able to handle your father relations as a son or a daughter. If you are a son in this life, you may be a daughter in an earlier life, who knows. So if you have not been able to handle the relation with the father, not able to give the love, the respect, the adolescence, and the love, the respect, the care, the support that the father is expected to get from you as a child, son or a daughter, doesn't matter. And if you have not been able to, then this life again you will face that karmic lesson, that experience. Various shlokas say, one shloka says that in your 9th month, every month when you are in the mother's womb, every month certain planet is responsible as the experiences or to growing up in the mother's womb. For example, Saturn is responsible for growing the bones, the skeletal system and the body structure and the bones in the mother's womb. If Saturn is weak in your horoscope basis when you will be born, because the time you will be born is also given to the soul the moment the soul enters the body, the mother's womb. So if Saturn, you are going to be born with a weak Saturn, then Saturn in the mother's womb itself will not be favoring you, and you will be born with weak bones. That will manifest after you are born. So when you are born with a certain horoscope and Saturn is weak and you are born with something, then the astrologer will say, oh, you have had a bad Saturn, because of which you have skeletal problems, because of which you have bone problems. But you may wonder, but I was born with it. So you are born with the karma. You are born with living the karmic debt right from the mother's womb. That's why some of you are born, or some of us are born with a lot of intelligence, some of us are born with some genetic problems, some of us are born blind, some of us are born dumb. This carries on from the mother's womb itself. So shlokas say that in the mother's womb, in the 9th month, just before we are being released out in the world, the soul is reminded of all its sanchita karma and its prarabdha karma, and the soul is told that these are the experiences you have chosen before you came into the womb. You have chosen these roles, you have chosen this particular karma, live out this karma. The soul promises the supreme energy, yes, I will live out this karma, I will live out this experience, and then it comes into the world where then it doesn't have any memory. But you know what, there are some souls which will have a early life reckoning also. They may not remember what karma they came to live out, but they may remember some instances, or maybe a large part of earlier life. Some people know that. Otherwise, we all have this deja vu experiences where we feel I have somehow been in this experience, done there, been there, done that kind of an experience. Sometimes we don't know where and how we are getting this feeling or why we have been here. I know of somebody where we went to a dargah, me and my dad, and my dad, when he went to this dargah, this is the Aurangabad dargah, and he said that I have been here before. So we asked, did you come to Aurangabad before? He said, no, I never been to Aurangabad before, but it seems I have been here before, and I know this place, I know it very well. This is the experience I am getting. We don't know. I mean, was that a deja vu experience or a spiritual experience? We don't know. But it may happen that sometime we do get that. So all of these experiences, every experience that we get in our lives, especially the ones which we are not able to control, these are all karmic experiences. We get scared of these karmic experiences because we feel, oh, I met with an accident today. I injured, I fractured my foot today. All these experiences are the ones which you have chosen as a soul to experience. You have chosen that I will live out this experience. It is like being in a video game. In a video game you have many lives. So if one life is gone, you play another game, another, like a GTA 5, if you know what PlayStation games I'm talking about, the video games I'm talking about. So you live out one, and then you have a chance to live it out again. The soul is like that. You have thousands of lives. So the soul chooses experiences which it will live out. Soul chooses that, okay, I'll meet with an accident, I'll be injured, and I'll try to overcome that injury. Let me see how I overcome that. In my previous life, I was in an accident, I was injured, I was not able to handle it well. Because of the pain, I may have committed suicide, or I troubled a lot of people. So I need to know how to go through a misfortune and come out of it as a better person. So the soul chooses that experience so that it comes out as a better person. But we don't know that, so we think of that event as an unfortunate one. The relationship that we are running, we are having a challenge with, we feel that it's a problematic relationship, and we then curse our father, curse that relationship. I don't know what happens to me, I don't know why I have got such a bad father, why couldn't I have had a good father. We don't realize we may have really been bad children in your previous lives, and so another opportunity has been given to you to be a good child. And by going through the bad experiences from the father, you are letting go of the karma. It is like you have slapped your father 10 times in your previous lives, then you will have to get slapped at least 2-3 times in this life. You will have to go through those experiences to live out the bad treatment at the hands of somebody who you have treated very, very poorly. So unless you go through those experiences, the soul will not be able to let go of the baggage. So first see what are the most challenging relations in your life. Those challenging relations could be the ones who you have not been able to master, have not been able to experience that and come out as a soul which is able to handle those. And because you have not been able to handle and master, and so you are not able to move up, you have chosen those experiences as a soul, and now you are facing them. If you have a challenge with father, take it for granted that relationship could have been a brother or a friend or even a spouse in your earlier relation who you probably haven't handled well. And at the same time you were not able to handle the father and child relation before, so you are paying off not one but 2 debts through that. So if you have not you have been somebody who has ill-treated a friend, been a bad friend to a friend in your earlier life, that friend may have come back as a father to you in this life, and you are facing a challenge. So here you have not been able to handle your father relations in your earlier life, so both the karmas come together and give you an opportunity. If you handle this relationship, then you will be able to give off your karmic debt both to the friend who you owe good treatment to in spite of facing challenges, and you will have mastered the relationship between father and child. Similarly, if you are somebody who has a regular problem with your managers and supervisors, probably you don't know how to handle authority figures. In your previous lives, maybe you are the minister in the king's court and you are not able to handle how to behave and handle the relation with the king. Or you could have been an important official in the king's court and you didn't know how to handle your responsibilities. You were constantly failing in that responsibility. So that could be because of which you had trouble. If you are a supervisor or a manager in this life, you are constantly troubled by people who are working below you. But if you have had a run-in with the king and other superior figures in your previous life, then you may face challenges with your superiors and managers in this life too, because you need to live out that experience and then you need to be able to handle that experience. Once you handle the experience, you showcase to the superior energy that I have now mastered this relationship, I have now able to move on to the next. So if you don't pass the first standard, you don't go to the second and then not to the third, and then you don't graduate. So look for them. What are the most tough relationships that you are facing in this life? What are the tough equations that you have at work? Those are relations which are really karmic relations. If you have a problem with your spouse, It could be two things. One, this specific person who is your spouse in this life, you may have had challenges with that relationship earlier with that person. That person could have been your sister in the earlier life. Souls don't have this, how can I have conjugal relationship with my sister, or how can my sister be my wife? Souls understand experiences. It is the body which understands conjugal relations and conjugal experiences. For the soul, it is just a matter of soul to soul interaction. So if somebody was a sister or a friend, or in some other relationship, even an aunt in earlier life, and you had a challenge with that person, and as well as you had a problem with your spouse, this life, that person, that particular person who you have had bad relationship as a sister or an aunt in earlier life, may have come back as a spouse, or a previous spouse may have come back as a spouse in this life too, because you need to pay the debt to that particular soul who has come back as a spouse, plus you need to learn how to handle spouse relationships. It could be a combination of both. If you are somebody who has not been able to handle money in your previous life, you had a lot of money and you wasted, then you need to learn how to handle money. Then you will not be given a lot of money, there will be a dearth of money, and then you will have to handle money very well. How much expenses you need to have, where you need to save, where you will have to live out that experience. You may feel there are some people who are really lucky, they have been given so much money. Why can't I make so much money? Why am I always facing a problem with money, finances? Because you chose that experience to live out as a soul, and you have chosen to live that out, and you said, okay, earlier life I was not able to handle money, so Supreme God, I will live this experience out, I will master this experience. And then you have chosen and you have come here, and now once you come here, because you don't remember, you have a problem with having less money. But that is the karma you have chosen to live out. You will have to live out that karma. You, if opportunities are given to you and you are able to use that opportunity, maybe you're given a good job, able to marry a good person, all those experiences are also a reward for you, which the good karma that you are carrying. And if you have been somebody who was been able to handle vehicles very well, finances very well, you will be given more money, you will be given good cars also to drive. But these are also the tests that as a continued experience, can you be not only live out the good karma that you are carrying, but also continue to show the same behavior earlier. If you are given more money, are you still responsible as a person who is a rich person? If you have been given money but you don't take that responsibility well, you don't handle money very well, you don't handle good cars in this life well, then you know what will happen in your next life. That's why this life is an opportunity. Karmic relations, whether it's a father or a brother or a sister or a spouse, these are important relations. The father relation, mother relations, spouse, siblings, and children and friend. These are your closest relation. By friend, I don't mean any and every friend. A very close friend who has been with you through thick and thin for a long period, 15 to 20 years or longer, maybe in your life, that is also a very karmic lesson. Who could have been a brother, who could have been a spouse, who could have been a father, who could have been a teacher also in your earlier life. So understand these experiences. If you face constant problem with teachers in school or in college, then authority figures is one thing, and learning that how you are able to handle the teachers and learn not just that experience, but get learning, get higher knowledge while handling a tough teacher, a tough taskmaster. That is the experience you need to learn and to master and to move on. So don't get scared of living out these experiences. Understand the karmic relationship. The most tough issues in life, they are the karma that you have to live out. It's not that you just live them out and take those experiences and not do anything about it. You still try to better them, you still try to work on them. If you have a problem with managers, learn to deal with managers, learn to have good relations with them, develop patience, bid for your time, you will get that increment, you will get the promotion, you will handle better, you will have better relationships with your managers and supervisors. Sometimes if the karmic debt is too high, too much baggage, then the entire life may go off just by paying the karmic debt. But the soul will be much more lighter. It is like if you are carrying a lot of baggage with every experience, you are letting go some of the baggage. By the more and more you let go, the higher and higher you rise. The sole purpose of the soul is that you shed your karmic debt, accumulate better karma, so that eventually you reach towards moksha. So look at karmic relations around you. Whoever is the most tough relationship, whichever is the tough official challenge that you are facing, whatever is the toughest thing that you are facing in life, whether it is about health, whether it is about your finances, whether it is about facing sadness, facing frustrations, facing failure, all of these will be manifested in your life and you have to live out. In your horoscope, apart from 5th and 9th house, whichever is the toughest planet representing what relationship is also a karmic lesson. A very bad son, you need to live out your karma to father-like figures, authority figures. You have a bad Mars, children, as well as controlling your anger, controlling your temper, being able to constantly keep up the high spirit and high energy is the karma for you. Bad moon, mother relationship, emotional balance is what you will have to learn to live with. Bad Venus, challenging Venus, money matters, spouse matters, dealing with opposite gender, treating them with respect if you have not done in your previous life. That is the challenge with you. Bad Mercury or tough Mercury or a very inimical Mercury, developing the power of analysis, balanced power of analysis, without completely pointing a finger at somebody, but having a balanced view of points, being able to use data, facts, information well. So each of the planets are telling you and giving you an experience, giving you a challenge, but on the biggest point, they are giving you an opportunity to work on that relationship, work on that particular experience, and then through working on it, mastering that, overcoming it, and moving out or moving on, the soul moving on and elevating to a higher realm. So friends, look into your horoscope, recall what are the toughest experiences and toughest relationship you have. You have a karmic debt to pay to them, you will have to pay the karmic debt to them, or master that relationship, master that experiences, master the situations. If you are somebody who has a very high anger, which means you'll have to master the situation of being able to deal with anger issues, temperamental issues. Till you have been able to master this, you will keep facing that issue again and again. You will feel that why do I have such high anger? Why am I not able to control it? That is your challenge. If you don't learn to control it, you will be angry all your life, and you will spoil a lot of relationships around you and accumulate that bad karma, which will be adding to your karmic debt for this life and the next life. So try and shed your karmic debt. Try and be nice, try and be patient, try and handle relationships with more empathy, handle the situations with more calm and poise. Don't get frustrated, don't feel jilted, don't get angry. Learn to be more submissive to the experiences that you have to live out. Try and do something about it, try and master them, try and improve, try and get more learning and move up spiritually. If you are able to master that relationship, they will pay you back in this life itself. You be very good to the spouse, then the spouse will be good to you, and you will also have paid out your karmic debt. But if you continue to be the tough spouse to your partner and you are not good, then not only will this relationship, this life, even if you get into 2 or 3, will be a challenge, but you will be accumulating more karmic debt to continue to face it. People sometimes go through 2, 3 relations, but in each of the relationship they make one or the second or the third error on a similar basis. They just don't know how to handle relations. So one, you are shedding the karmic debt if you are running into tough partners in this life, so you will have to live out that karma. but by mastering that, by being nice in spite of the challenging situations, handling life situations with patience, you will be releasing that karmic debt, which so that the later part of this life you will lead a good life and establish better relationship with that particular relation, and you will be readying your soul to be elevated and to get better experiences in the next, if you don't reach moksha in this life itself. So friends, before ending, another shloka for you. Uparjit yatasada sadhi mishra janmantare karman riridanim orag mastaye nimak muchhe darshakraman prakati karoti. One verse in the science of astrology will be able to throw light with the help of dasha periods on the auspicious and inauspicious effects accumulated by a person through various past births. So a tough dasha, a tough transit are a clear pointer towards you that the planet that is creating the tough dasha for you, you need to master what the planet represents, what the relationship represents, what the situation represents, and what the transit represents. See the placement of Saturn, understand this placement of Saturn, and about Ketu. Ketu's placement in the house and in the sign and in with the planet that it is placed with, those experiences are not for you for this life. You will have to do for others in this life, and you will not get many good experiences in this life where Ketu is placed. So live out that karma, live out and that particular tough dasha, and in the good dasha, take care of the people who are unfortunate, who are downtrodden, and that is also an opportunity given to you. You have promised as a soul that if you have more, you have abundance, you will give to others. If you don't live out that promise, you travel in planes and you enjoy your life and you don't give back, you are then readying yourself for the dearth of things within this life and later on. So friends, look into your horoscopes, understand your karma, understand the karmic relations, and lead a better life, and give an opportunity to your soul to move up spiritually. Please reach out to me if you're looking for a personal consultation. Please like this video, please share this video. Until some other time with some other video, this is your friend astrologer and guide Irfan signing off. Ciao.